We are in Steamboat Springs, Colorado, here at the Bridgestone Winter Driving School. And while we're here, we're going to be driving Toyota 4Runners and Toyota RAV4s with Blizzack tires. And we're going to show just how important winter tires are for those who live in cold climates. So I am here with Rachel Swinson from Bridgestone. And Rachel, tell me, well, literally everything you can about Blizzack tires. Why are winter tires so important for drivers?
So I'll start with the basics, and that's why winter tires are important. And I think the biggest basic is safety. So when you're in really heavy winter conditions, you want to make sure that you have grip on the road. It's really the only point where your vehicle actually touches the ground. So you want to make sure that your tire is making every bit of that count. So I like to start with the basics when I'm talking about winter tires. And I think one of the biggest things for me that was an aha moment when I joined the team was how winter tires work. And so you can kind of spot a winter tire from miles away. It's very cut up, it's very aggressive looking. But the way a winter tire really works is it's not carving through the snow, it's not pushing the snow out of the way, it's not ejecting it out the back. We want a winter tire to pack in as much snow as possible into the tire, because the best traction you'll get on snow is snow on snow traction.
So if you see a winter tire and it looks like this, that's
perfect.
Good.
That's what we want to see. So you have all the grooves and sipes and different channels. If you get really close, we have something what we call biting edges, and it's where the sipes where our 3D sipes bite into that snow in that contact patch to pack in as much snow as possible. So that's kind of just the basics of how it works in snow. Of course, ice is a completely different animal of its own. And a lot of times out here, you'll go from snow to ice really quickly. And I think one of the things that makes the Bridgestone Blizzack stand out is its ability to be versatile in snow and ice. So when it comes to ice, we have this thing called multi-cell compound, and that is proprietary to Bridgestone. The way that it works, and you can't see it, it's at a molecular level in the compound, and it makes our compound so that it's porous. So anytime that you have ice, there's going to be a layer of moisture over it, and the compound is actually wicking up that moisture so that you have the rubber on ice traction. So it's porous, it soaks up that water, and then you have that good ice traction. So the Blizzack DMV2 that you see here is for larger SUVs, CUVs, and light trucks. Its sister product, the Blizzack WS90, pretty much all of the same. So it has that multi-cell compound, it has those biting edges, and it's working pretty much the same way.
Because one thing I don't think people realize is that the closer you get to freezing, the further the warmer it gets, actually it's slipperier. The roads are more slick because there's water that's sitting on top, and that actually reduces traction, correct?
Yeah, and so that's when the multi-cell compound actually kicks in, and it is what makes the tire work so successfully. There's two things when I'm explaining, the importance of winter tires is one is the compound and two is the tread pattern. And the compound actually has what we call a brittleness point. And it's what differentiates a winter tire from an all-season tire to a true summer tire, is it has a really low brittleness point. And it's almost like you could think of it as a freezing point where the compound is going to be pliable even at really cold temperatures. So you want this to be pliable so that it maintains that good grip. And an all-season tire would maybe be a little bit less pliable. That brittleness point would go up a little bit. But it's really important to have a pliable compound in your winter tire. The other piece of that is the tread, and we've talked about the biting edges, the sipes, the packing in the snow. So it's like one thing that you can see and then one thing that you can't see.
And I think a lot of people think, well, these are good for snow, but when you're talking about that compound and that pliableness, that's great for when it's, negative temperatures, when you're just driving on ice.
Yeah.
Because like you said, it has that wicking ability, so it's pulling stuff up.
Absolutely.
And if you try to drive an all season or even worse, a summer tire in super cold conditions, the rubber is essentially rock hard. That's why when you watch race car drivers do this. They're warming up their tires. Those tires need to be warm in order to do their job correctly. That's why you shouldn't be driving a summer tire in the winter. These, on the other hand, they're pliable now, and they'll continue to be pliable when it's really, really cold out.
And I think you make a great point, because not only does it become a little bit dangerous to drive a summer tire in the winter, but you also are losing the capabilities that you once loved about your summer tire, the sportiness, the traction, the grip, the feel. As soon as you start to get below 40, 45 degrees Fahrenheit, not only do you start to lose those things, but it becomes pretty dangerous, and you could actually, if you were to hit a pothole, you could see a chunk of that tire fall off.
Yeah.
So you don't want to see that happen.
Those are expensive tires.
Yes.
So the correct tire for the correct condition. Thank you so much, Rachel. I really appreciate it. Behind the wheel, when you're driving on winter tires, is a huge difference on snow, on ice, than if you've ever done on all seasons or just regular summer tires. Most people have all seasons on their vehicle. But yeah, winter tires do make a huge difference. Back then, if I'd been driving all seasons, I would have had some issues. I probably would have slid into the embankment, and that's not a good tire. Right now, we're doing a really tight turn. And yeah, slow in, fast out, just like you drive anywhere else. But these Blizzack tires, because they are gripping the snow, because it is snow on snow contact, and even when we are hitting that ice, because these tires have that compound, they're pliable. They're pliable in a way that summer tires aren't pliable on asphalt. So when you're driving these conditions, you feel far more confident while you're going around the corner. And again, it all has to do with all the technology that Bridgestone has put into these tires. So it's the end of the day, and of course the conditions have changed. It was sunny and cold. Now it's overcast, windy, and well, colder. But that's what makes winter tires so important, is they can handle changing conditions. They can handle snow, they can handle ice, they can handle slush, they can handle very, very cold temperatures, something that an all-season or a summer tire might not be able to handle and would make driving very dangerous. With winter tires, you get a merging of technologies that keep vehicles like this on the road. For more coverage of tires and sustainability, be sure to subscribe to SAE International.